writes in, I have just left my alcoholic husband. I love him dearly. We have 3 children together. It has been 8 years of covering up and lying to family and friends. I have been threatening to leave forever. It made no difference, but now I have left. He swears he won't touch it again and will become an active part of our family again, or for the first time. I don't know if I have the energy to do it anymore. Is there a chance he will stop for good? Can an addict cure themselves? Does he need intensive therapy? Do I? Or should I go back?
Well, that's a lot of questions.
Well, she sounds like she's really confused.
Yeah, no, she shouldn't go back right away. The sobriety is a learning process, and it's a gradual process that takes time, and this would be the worst time for her to go back, because he would think that he'll just start drinking again. 99 out of 100% chance that that's what he'll do. What do you think?
Well, I just remember that there was a time when you had to separate from me when I was drinking, and that was a big jolt for me, and that was when I realized that I needed to quit, that I really needed to quit drinking, because I was going to lose my family. It was the most important thing to me in my life, even when we're engrossed within alcoholism, we still know what's important to us, and I know that my family was very important, and
so it can cause the alcoholic to bottom out, but it's a fragile time, so that there needs to be an understanding there, and I think a spiritual guidance too. It's important to have spiritual guidance at that very fragile time.
For who, the alcoholic or the loved one?
For both.
Okay.
Because there's, the alcoholic needs to grow spiritually, and the spouse is at a point where they're so fed up, and that's why they've chosen to leave. And it's need to be careful that we don't buy into the I'm just leaving for good scene, leave them and dump them thing. I mean, he could very well get sober. So you want to work with him, but you want to keep your distance. You've chosen to leave. Obviously, that's causing him to rethink and perhaps maybe make a change here. So it remains to be seen. So I would say to stay separated until he shows signs, steps. He's taking steps to make progress towards a growth, that which is what sobriety is, and for the spouse to educate herself about how difficult of a time it is for them and for her. It's a confusing time. So, what else did I leave? Anything? Did we miss?
Well, she wants to know, can an addict cure themselves? Well,
an addict can get drunk, and an addict can get sober. They can do whatever they want. The thing is that you can't do it for them. You see, you can't make them get sober. I mean, you could leave, and they won't get sober, or you could leave, and they'll promise you that they're sober, and then you come back, and then they just drink again. So it's important to understand that you're not controlling here anything, and But however, the very fact that you chose to leave may cause him to bottom out at this point, and everyone bottoms out differently. So there's no guarantee that leaving is going to cause one to bottom out. So, the motivation behind the leaving, this is the subject of another video actually. A lot of people write in, this woman has already chosen to leave, And I think we're telling her to just stay strong and wait it out, but work with him so that he has a hope.
Yeah, I did want to say that if he is going to get sober or try to get sober, then it's best that you can support your husband or your wife, whichever, if
Be supported by loving them and
That's
telling,
right.
let them
be
know that you love
supportive
them
to
and support them,
them. They need that.
but that until they show progress, and if he starts showing progress, I would say 3 months, 6 months. Careful with the timing. I mean, too soon is not good. But I was going to say that a subject of probably another video is longtime followers of our ministry and those that get the weekly marriage column may have noticed that we don't tell people to leave and we don't tell them to stay. And there are some very, very good reasons for that. And maybe we should go into that on another
Okay,
day.
well, I can just quickly say that both of those questions you just said about we don't tell them to leave and we don't tell them to stay, and they're in our ebooks that I've written. That's why I wrote these ebooks, to help people, deal with these kind of issues when they're living with an alcoholic spouse. And the ebooks are on the home page of the ministry. You can go over there and look at them and
So we
preview
give
them.
them information to help them make their decisions and that's what they need is the knowledge and spiritual guidance that what this ministry is all about is to help you along on this journey. So, and it's a journey that we have traveled together. So, and
We've been there and done that.
you can even read all about it in the Journey on the Roads Less Traveled. Huh?
Okay.
All right. Well, thanks for coming, and we'll talk to you later. Have a
Bye
nice
bye.
day. Bye.